Hello and welcome to Parris RV. I'm Parris. Today I'm going to show you the #1 folding trailer in Utah and in the United States. This is the Rockwood by Forest River. This particular series is the Freedom series, and everything I tell you that I'm going to tell you about in this video is the same on all the Freedom series except for the two little ones, which are called LTDs. So just keep in mind that everything I tell you on those 9 models that are in the Freedom series are the same except for the two little ones. Let's start on the front here. One big thing, I've been selling folding trailers for 23 years. I've cranked up and down a lot of folding trailers in my life. Not this one, it's camper up, camper down. You just hit a button, roof goes up, hit a button, the roof comes down. That makes things a lot nicer. It does have a manual backup. If you want to crank it up, you can, but you never will once you hit the button. This particular model we're going to look at is called a 2280BH. There's 4 models that have a shower toilet. This is one of them. The other 5 don't. But a 2280BH, this one's fully self-contained. We're going to get to that in a minute. This one also has a little rack on the front to haul bikes or firewood or whatever you want. A lot of them have little enclosed trunks, or some of them have no storage. So just keep in mind that goes to the floor plan. But again, the features are all going to be the same. All of these Freedom Series trailers are going to come with 2 propane bottles instead of 1. A lot of these cheaper brands of folding trailers only have 1 bottle. All of these are going to have 2. It's got a nice triple seal on the way the tent comes around. So this is permanently sealed across the back, which is nice. The second seal comes around the corner and seals, and then the third one comes like that. Now a lot of your brands will just have a single seal, which means you just take your tent, put it under it, bungee it, Velcro it, whatever. But with a triple seal, you're not going to have the little bugs and things getting in it like you would on the other brands. So that's a lot nicer. Plus, I'll point this out too. This has got a full perimeter aluminum frame. A lot of brands just put a piece of wood there with no framing, and that kind of makes your beds weak. So that's a real nice feature that you get on these Rockwoods. Come on over this way. A couple of nice things you're going to see on the outside. It's got a real nice entry assist handle. Most brands give you no handle. That's pretty nice for getting in and out of the trailer. You've got a nice barbecuer that comes with these trailers. Goes on the outside with a little serving tray that goes right here, and an engraved flipping device with an opener. That's a pretty important feature. Rockwoods have Scissor Jacks, and there's 4 of them on all 4 corners. These other brands of tent trailers just have the little cheap single-arm jacks that are weak, don't give you much strength. Scissor jacks are what we use on travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers. They're much stronger, and you'll see right here, I'm going to use a drill because this is pretty sweet. Just put that on there. Scissor jacks. That's the best you can get. Also included in these trailers is an awning. Every one of them have an awning. This particular one is 12 feet by 7 feet out. You put your awning out, do your barbecuing out here. You can bring your table out. It's an indoor-outdoor table. Put your table out here, have a little party on the outside. Let's go check out the rest of the trailer. Come on in. You'll notice that you've got a nice 1-piece door as you come in and out. Plenty of brands are still using 2-piece doors. 2-piece doors have rough edges and snaggies you're coming in and out. Plus your handle's up here. A lot of brands are down here. Plus it's got a lock on it. You'd be surprised, but plenty of them don't even put a lock on it. This has got a lock with a key. Go ahead and go on in. Just a few things in here that are pretty nice. Again, this particular model has a shower toilet. If you don't want it, you can just put that down, and now you've got countertop. But you put it up, it's got a little shock. You're not having to bring it up here and pin it to the side with a Velcro strap or whatever. You just put it up and away you go. You've got a shower curtain that goes around here, and then you've got a curtain that goes through the center here for privacy. Now, some of the Freedom series are going to have shower toilets and some of them aren't, so just be aware that this particular model has it. You may be looking at a model that doesn't. All of them have your heated mattresses, so both sides have heated mattresses, and you can just plug in your thermostat, turn them up, turn them down, and the heated mattress is integrated. There's no loose pieces or afterthought things sitting on top. That's all integrated. You've got a 3-burner stove on the inside, plus your barbecuer. A lot of these cheap brands have just got the loose little 2-burner stove that you got to carry outside, carry back inside. That's a nice 3-burner built-in stove. You've got hot and cold water in all the Freedom series. Again, except for the LTDs, they all have a hot and cold outside shower on the back side. Plus, they carry 26 gallons of water. A lot of these cheap brands of tent trailers have 10, 15. One of them that I compete against all the time has 11. Not this trailer, it's got 26 gallons of water. Now, one thing that's really cool about these trailers, keep in mind that everything has to fold up below here when you pack up, right? So what do you do with this? It's tall, it's up kind of high. Well, in your other brands, you disconnect the propane line, store your stove on the ground, unload your cabinets, box that stuff up, put it somewhere else, and then you've got to take your cabinet and flip it over upside down where the sink's going to drain on the furniture, or some of them flip over upside down this way and your sink is draining on the lino. In a Rockwood, all you do is grab it and now you're ready to go. Your sink stays upright, your stove and your water and your propane lines, everything stays connected. You come in, you put it up, and you're ready to roll. Silverware is upright, ready to go, plates are upright, ready to go, and you didn't lose any storage. Much nicer than flipping it over upside down. I'll tell you what, if it doesn't have that, I wouldn't buy it. Tent trailers that flip over upside down, that's a pain. So that's a real nice feature. This particular model, the sofa makes down to a bed. The dinette will make down to a bed. Again, that's an indoor-outdoor table. A real nice thing right here I'm going to show you. All Rockwoods come standard with a whole house water filtration system. That's pretty cool. So any water that comes up from your 26-gallon water capacity tank, or any water that comes in when you're hooked up at a campground, goes through the filter. That's $110 to add to another brand. That comes standard on a Rockwood. You've got a fan in the roof. That's a 3-speed power ventilator. That'll move 920 cubic feet of air per minute. Now, a lot of these brands are just a little single-speed fan. It just spins up, moves a little air, but not this one. This is a serious fan. Comes standard on all these Rockwoods. You've got 3 lights, one here, and one here, and they are LED lights. LED lights require 80% less power than the old school lights we were using a year ago. All Rockwoods have got these new LED lights in them, and I'll tell you, they're a lot better. You don't have your battery going dead for using lights. Pretty nice feature. All of the poles are painted, which is pretty nice. A lot of them just use an aluminum pole. The aluminum oxidizes, and you'll get, black oxidation marks on your tent. Not on a Rockwood, it's painted. Much better than the other brands. Your tent is a 5-piece sectional tent. If you need to repair or replace a piece, you can just replace one section. You're not having to take the whole thing off and get it redone. All of them have an AC/DC propane refrigerator. No ice needed. That's pretty sweet. They all have a thermostatically controlled 20,000 BTU furnace. A lot of these brands only have 12,000 BTU furnaces or a 16,000 BTU furnace. With a larger furnace, it can put out more heat in less time, which means that you don't need to have it running as much or working as hard and burning propane. That's a much nicer furnace. It also has a 35 amp converter. Now, a lot of brands have a 25 amp converter. Having a 35 amp converter means that you're not likely to pop a breaker or something at a campground by running too much. You can run a lot more in this trailer with a larger converter. Rockwood has been the #1 selling folding trailer for a few years now. It's #1 in Utah and it's #1 nationwide. And there's a lot of reasons why, but if you just take a few of these things I just told you and think about it, like one of the main brands that I go up against daily, you flip the galley over upside down. It means you got to unload it all. You got to put your stove on the ground. You just have one stove. It moves indoor-outdoor, not the swing level with the 3-burner and the outside barbecuer. We've got a 20,000 BTU furnace. They've got a 16,000 BTU furnace. We've got a 35 amp converter. This other brand I'm thinking of has a 25 amp converter. We have whole house water filtration. They don't offer it. We got a 3-speed fan. They got a single-speed fan. Our mattresses are integrated with the heat pads. Theirs is an afterthought. We carry 26 gallons of water. They have 11. So these are just some of the reasons that make Rockwood #1. And you're going to want a Rockwood. You're not going to want to settle for one of these other brands. If you want to learn more, you come down and see me at Parris RV.